welcome back to my podcast. My name is Praise Shaguy, your amazing and beautiful host with the sauce, vibe, ginger, and everything. Welcome back to season 4, episode 2. Yes, I already told you everything in episode 1, and now I'm back with episode 2. I know it's been long, but then we're back again. So, if you can see one fine girl in the studio with me, yes, I'm not alone this time around, and I'm so excited about it. Tomisin is a sweetheart. She's my church member. We are Jesus babies. We go to church, and today's topic is going to be what? Hi, Tomisin. You're welcome. Introduce yourself.
Hi, guys. My name is Tomisin Oyerinde. And a couple of things, but for the purpose of this podcast, I'm just going to limit it to I'm a video content creator. What else again? What else?
Everything you are now, please.
I'm a video content creator. I'm a social media manager. I also have a travel brand, so I'm a travel experience curator. I think that's pretty much it. I'm so happy to be on this podcast because the topic we want to talk about today.
Hey, gay. Okay, yes. So, Tomisin, she's very humble. That's how they used to do. You know how these people are very humble. When you not check them out, you not be like, oh my God.
I don't know what she's
talking
humble,
about. But
you
know,
she's
good at what she does. She's very, very good at what she does. Today, the topic is... the topic is...
Drumrolls.
My husband must cook for me. I said it. I said it because I know that some of you, the main reason why you are here is to say this praise. We don't know what she's up to. Yes, so come on here. My husband must cook for me. So myself and Tomisin, we are just going to go through different stages, talking about the way children are raised and how they turn out to be. So first up, I'll start with the male and female children. Do you think that they are trained equally? Are they trained the same way? Because I feel like there's a difference. No matter how enlightened our parents want to say, there's that difference. When you do something wrong, your mommy will tell you, they used to tell men that they won't say anything but we take that thing every time. You feel like, one day you are going to outgrow that thing. Well, it's like it increases with your age. Since you are small, you are hearing, is this how you go and do in your husband's house and things like that. So from my own end, I believe that children are not trained the same way. Like, no matter how our parents want to feel like, there's the difference. Am I lying?
No, you're not lying, no. I think that, for one, the cocoa is that we live in a patriarchal society. So that already imbalances the whole thing, right? It's obvious that they rate guys or the male children more than female children. Because you're literally, if you see a typical Nigerian home, they're literally training a female just for husband's house, like everything. I can remember growing up, if I do one small thing like this, the next thing my mom and my dad is saying is this how you're gonna be doing in your husband's house? Is this how you're gonna be? And I'm like, initially I'll just overlook it, but as I grew older, it was always pissing me off because I'm like, guys, I have a life. I remember one day I was with my dad outside and then my nails were long and it's like, why are you keeping your nails? He was saying it in Yoruba. Why are you keeping your nails? When you get married, this is how you be keeping your nails in your husband's house. That day I changed it for him. Because normally I don't change for my daddy.
What does nail have to do with it?
I'm like, if you want to tell me not to keep my nails because of my health, then tell me not to keep my nails because it's not good for my... Why are you telling me not to keep my nails?
It's because of husband's house.
Like, how the husband's house enter this matter? And it's just like, if you see across every other thing, like you're cooking, you don't wake up to cook on time, they'll tell you, is this how you be doing your husband's house? You don't greet one person very well, is this how you be doing your husband's house? You don't do this one, and I'm like, I have a life, please. What if I don't even want to marry?
Sure you get.
Yeah, I told my mommy that. She's like,
you want to get,
you will marry, just stay
prayer fast
but what
straight
if
up.
I actually don't want to marry? I've never thought of it. So maybe you should calm down with this husband's house thing. Honestly, it's tiring.
I understand. Well, I feel like in a way I can relate. And then, because we grew up it was a girl's house. We had more girls than boys. Boys were the least in the house. But then, because some of us were very stubborn, like me now, I'm very lazy, I don't like cooking. So, when I was younger, I used to cook because I didn't have a choice. But the moment I knew that I could say, no, I'm not cooking. I'm always saying no. Except they used to do praise and worship when I cook at home. But then, my brothers, they knew that you can't be expecting me to be cooking for you. The difference in our age is not much. Yeah. So, you can't expect that I'm the one that will be cooking for you. I used to show them the kitchen. Shebi know the way.
Go inside your
Shebi know the way to the kitchen. Cook for yourself. Yeah. And I tell everybody that cares to listen that my brothers can cook. Oh. If they tell you they can't cook, they're just lying. They can cook. The only thing I knew that growing up, my dad is like, oh, if you want to cook, you can cook. Everybody has the opportunity to go into the kitchen. But then my daddy kind of restricted the guys somehow because he'd be like, if you tell the guys to serve themselves, you will not meet food in that kitchen. So the only thing they are going to pack everything. So the only thing he will say is that don't enter the kitchen. If they've given you food, let it go. If you're the one cooking, that's your business. But after they've served you, don't go back there to take more. That's the only thing. But every other thing, if it is, okay, let's say cleaning is divided. The guys do their own, girls do their own. I know it's good. My dad used to cook for us, even though he no longer does it. So he used to do special Saturday mornings where by the time you are waking up, he has prepared food and you set the table. And so it was so beautiful to see. So I believe that one kind of gave my brothers the idea that if daddy can cook, who the hell are you that you not cook? And I think that makes a lot of sense because we see in this generation where there are guys saying, it was my mom that cooked for us now, so you should cook for me. And I'm like, I used to tell people, everybody will see the person they are looking for. If you are looking for the people that will cook for you, you will find them.
See, I say this thing every time. Traditional men should look for tradition. Like, I don't know. I don't see the sense in why a person that says is a traditional man is looking for a non-conventional woman to marry. Because you already know that, I mean, that is going to be a clash, right? Because the two of you don't align on that level. Because a traditional man and an unconventional woman cannot align. Because an unconventional woman is not someone that's going to wake up in the morning and cooking your food for 5 a.m. or whatever. So if you know you're a traditional man, there are women that, and this is not even to belittle women, right? There are women that actually love nurturing. Yes. They are like home caretakers and all of those things. They love it. Indeed. So if you are a traditional man, just look for your type and marry. Like, it's not that difficult. I don't understand. I will never, like, I see people backlash people on Twitter and I'm like,
it's not needed.
Why are you people angry?
You will find your match.
All this anger that people are angry up and down. Why? It's not like as if I'm going to because people are lashing out on themselves on Twitter and I'm like, it's not like both of you want to marry each other.
You get.
So why are you angry? If someone says
you will meet your match.
They don't like cooking. You that is the man that you are listening to or that you are seeing the tweets. Why are you angry? I'm not going to marry you. The person that will marry me will marry me. And it's going to be aware of that. So
Thank you.
Honestly, I don't get it. And a lot of times, this whole cooking issue, when people talk about it, is very interesting to me because I like to look at things from the root cause, right? So when men come and say, or when people come on social media and say, oh, they don't cook or cooking is causing issues, I'm like, if you look at it, it's not like the men just woke up one day and said they don't want to cook. It obviously started from when they were little. So they didn't grow up in an environment where they think that it is okay for a man to cook. Yeah. They grew up all their whole life seeing their mom always in the kitchen cooking. So for me, for example, I'm the only girl in my family. We're two, myself and my elder brother. Funny enough, I was just thinking about it. I was sharing something to my daughter, and I was just thinking about the fact that, interestingly, when we were younger, they actually used to split house chores for us because I know we live in a duplex, right? And I know that then my mom would say, okay, my brother should sweep upstairs today, I should sweep downstairs tomorrow. Then for washing of plates, today my brother is washing. I don't know what happened at some point. Everything just changed. And it just became, oh yeah, Tomisin, go and do this. Tomisin. Like, it was always Tomisin. And at the point, I'm like, hey, Nick Pamio. People are not going to kill me this out. So I think at the point, because I already saw that I'm not in an environment where you can actually have conversation. Like, I didn't grow up in a place where I could sit down and tell my mom, Mommy, this thing is too much for me. I cannot. So it was just to take action. Okay. So I just wake up in the morning and I'm like, I'm not cooking today. If you people don't want to eat, that's your problem. I'm not going to cook today. And before I knew it, it just became it just became an issue, right? Like, why is Tomisin not cooking?
Yeah.
Kiniko. He's
But
like,
you used to
as
cook
usual,
before.
This is how you be doing in your husband's house. Is this how you be shaking it? And I'm like, you people will be all right. I can't wake up because they expect me to. My dad will be telling me, hey, that's our neighbor. They wake up by 5 a.m. We want to make pot. What don't do? I'm like, okay, that's my neighbor. Me, I'm not going to wake up by 5 a.m. Like, we're all adults in this house. I think it's just pissing me off because when people when people now want to justify the reason why men should not cook, like when they are married, they'll say, the man is the one providing, so the woman should do the house chores. And that thing, I don't think there's any sentence that pisses me off as much as that sentence, because I'm like, for one, when they were growing up, was he providing in his father's house? Because honestly, if they have started doing that, all of these things from when they were young, I don't think it would be an issue.
It won't be
right. So when you were in your father's house, were you providing? Were you the one providing for money to buy soup? Were you the one providing money? Why were you not doing the cooking? Why were you not cooking? Because obviously your parents not teach you.
They just said, leave him.
Yeah, it's for the woman. Because I've seen cases, and I think it's very, very if only we want to be dishonest with ourselves, where we say that we didn't see situations where our parents is the mom that is actually providing. We've seen it many times in many families where it's actually the mom that is the breadwinner of the family, or even if the father is providing, the mom is providing as well. The mom is working, the mom has 9 to 5, the mom has a business, but at the end of the day, it's still the mom that comes back home to later cook in the evening to cook.
I think it's unfair.
So when people say, and the man is providing, I'm like, people should find another excuse.
I think it's unfair. And in the beginning, I said we are church girls.
Yeah.
Do you know one thing, as I was getting ready this morning, and I thought about it, Esau, he could prepare his father's favorite meal. Because some people will start with Bible, in the Bible. Don't bring that name me, because it will piss me off.
Oh, God.
Esau could prepare his father's favorite meal. That was why they even told him that, okay, I want to bless you. Oh, yeah, prepare it. If he couldn't prepare it, even have that knowledge of, okay, go and do it. Meaning that even as they were in the olden days, before Christ, they're already preparing meals. As a man, you could prepare meal to the extent that his father will love it so much that he will not bless him. Meaning that the father, anytime he prepares it, the father so blesses him that, this boy can cook. Thank you so much, Esau. Well done, my boy. Then someone will not tell me that in the olden days. I just think it is irresponsibility for you to say, I'm providing, that means I should not cook. Okay.
Even the olden days that they are comparing. See, I feel like many people are they are not just being honest, because even the olden days that they are trying to compare with, back then in the olden days, or like they say, the men would go to the farm, the women would, be the ones at home. So the men would bring farm produce to the house.
Exactly.
The women would be the ones to cook, take care of the children. Okay, that's olden days. I don't know why people are failing to realize that things are changing. So in the olden days, the women were not exactly, they were just at home. And even when you think about it, people think that, because you are a full-time mom, it is, you're just sitting there at home. Do you know what it takes to take care of children? Have you tried to stay with children for just 1 hour?
Like you start rethinking your life.
Have you tried to do bulk cooking for you just want to cook meals for just 1 week? Have you tried to do? So it will be very, very dishonest of us to say that these things is it not just to cook? Is it not just to take care of children? Now let's take it back to today. Like, women are now taking all of these things that they used to do in the olden days, plus working, right? Many women are literally going, they have 9 to 5s, they are managers, do you get? And then they will do all of these things, and then they'll be running back home again. So I don't even know why I feel like this thing is a poverty conversation, to be honest, because if you have money...
Honestly,
if you have money, you're not going to be having all this rubbish conversation.
Don't cook.
Literally,
Please cook.
You can buy washing machine. You can hire a chef.
Yes.
You can buy food, you can buy soups and just know that, okay, you just make your swallow when you want. There's so many things that you can do. I feel like it's either poverty mentality or the man is just wicked. Like when you say, my wife must be the one to cook, or those ones that want to eat fresh food.
My God. God, like so unbelievable.
Those ones that want to eat fresh food every day. You want chop fresh food
I'm
every
sure
day,
you're
but
alright.
not be you want cook am.
I'm like, I'm sure you're alright.
So you want me to be waking up every
Very well
morning?
to
You
cook.
want to eat
No,
my mind today?
life
This
is not
morning
hard,
that I
though.
wake up and just be
Shebi person has
blaming my
hand.
mind.
Shebi you have hand. You are sure not disabled.
God, I
You will be preparing
beg.
this by
Do you
yourself.
get like I beg?
Me self, I would like to eat the fresh food. Though. If it's the man prepared, baby,
Let's
have you
not be
prepared the
whining
fresh
ourselves, to be
food? Because to be honest, all these conversations, you think that they should be things that we should not even be talking
having,
about.
and that's why I say that our generation is no way better than our parents' generation, because I've seen certain things that people say on social media, and I'm
And
like,
you be
how
like,
did we get here?
are we
Because you
still
think that
there?
there's now more information, people are now woke, but it feels like our wokeness is going in the wrong direction. And with things I see constantly, especially on Twitter, oh my God, the things I see constantly on Twitter, that's made me tell myself that, see, our generation is worst. If there's anything more than worst than our parents, because we're not just woke, we're woke in the wrong direction,
way.
and then we're loud about it.
You get.
We're so loud about. So you see some people say some things and you're like, what is going on through your mind?
Like before, you can think of
this?
something,
Do you
but
get?
you will not say it.
But now people would say it with their full chest,
and
you're
you'll be like, this one needs deliverance. There is no way.
Uncle, you say this, I beg.
Do you know what my sister
Because
did?
it takes a lot. You thought the thoughts.
And you
And then you
still
carry
said
your
it.
phone.
Then you know that there's something
You type
wrong.
it and then you sense it, like, and you didn't feel anyhow, like you felt normal.
Very
to you.
scary. Do you know what my elder sister did? So my elder sister created a folder on her phone and linked it up with me.
Okay.
Men you should not marry. So what she does is that she see them having foolish opinions.
She will just
screenshot and put it there. So that when you want to buy, let's compare to be sure that it's not
people,
him.
no, people
Because
tell
people
you
are
that.
moving mad.
On Twitter,
And
people say when you want to date somebody on Twitter, go through their
threads. I feel it's good though. Do you know? I feel it's good because people tend to pretend. Like when you are dating somebody, you're your best behavior.
Yeah.
And it's normal. Even when you just meet a new friend, you want to impress them until you now start opening up. And then sometimes by the time you start opening up as a friend, just be like, oh, I've accepted you with your wallet. But you see, even in relationships, some people are so good at the beginning. And then sometimes when you see the kind of things they write or say, you start knowing that something is wrong somewhere. So what I do, even from startup, I used to know that I can never date this kind of person. Because if you are a kind
some people that
person
even mute even are just being friends. There are some people I just mute because I'm like, I don't even want to
be seeing that kind of opinion.
Again, as a Christian, you have to even be careful of the kind of things you're taking. So when I see that, if I keep seeing this kind of person's updates every time, my affects baby got my mama think. So I just farabale and mute you. I don't want to be seeing your updates, please.
Because I feel like as a kind person, there are some conversations that should never even come up. So your wife, okay, let's say you're on leave, and your wife is coming back from work. You cannot enter kitchen
and cook for
her. That's a sign that you're a wicked person. Because it takes you how many minutes? You must not do anything too serious. It can even be garnished spag. How many minutes? Spag is like 10 minutes. Garnished spag, just something nice. If you care for somebody, I think we shouldn't be even having this conversation. Because if you say, okay, when I was younger, I know some people, they will tell you that in my house, they don't allow me cook. But by the time I went to school, when I lived alone, I learned how to cook. I know somebody that learned how to cook in late 20s because, his mom was a very handsome mom. So she was like,
don't do this.
You don't need to do it. And in school, you can easily buy food. He learned when he grew older because he realized that, okay, now I'm older. I no longer have this person here with me. And I have to survive. He learned how to cook.
And that is like what people need to know. Cooking is not a gender. It's something every
survivor now.
You get, like, you have to eat because obviously if you don't eat, you're going to die.
You get.
So you have to eat. And if you must eat, you should know. It's just common sense.
That's it.
You should know how to cook, really.
So why
you would wait? Like it baffles me how a complete adult will sit down. You're hungry because this is literally what I grew up in. You're hungry, like I know they say hungry men.
Angry man.
Like you're literally very hungry. I rather think and it's not like they lock kitchen. Like kitchen is open there. Everything you need to cook is inside
there.
kitchen. But you rather wait.
You wait for the younger
for
the
woman to come before you get something to eat.
Hey,
I would never make sense of it. Like it will never make sense to me.
Because some people like me don't even like cooking.
Do you get?
So it's like it's two of us that will sit down and not eat.
I think men should do better. I know that. Yeah. I know that many men, because at the end of the day, women self were our problems because it's what most of them saw growing up in their family that they are literally doing, right? So for our generation now, I think one thing is the women should not raise their men or boy child the way our moms raised our brothers and men of today, right? And I think it's also important that men too should realize that things are changing. So if you are even as a man, if you think that all that you have to give is money and financial support, there's a problem.
Yes.
Because that's where all of these things stem from. You feel like you don't need to help in any other way in the house.
You can't
it's
be
your
caring.
Wife that will cook. It's your wife that will do the dishes. It's your wife that will sweep. It's your wife that would clean the house. It's like, what are you now doing? You only just to give money. That's the problem.
All.
Like,
and so when the woman now gets the money she needs,
you get,
then you are useless. Then there's no need for you. And that's why so many women are divorcing their husbands, because you are completely useless. If that's all there is to you, money.
It's always interesting when I see men saying, aside from like when they're talking about women and they're telling women that aside from sex, what do they bring to the table? I've asked that question before. I said, aside from money, what do you bring to the table? And that's why you see many people have issues with, like many men have issues with women that are established, because what you can give them, they already have it.
They have it. So what do you want to give?
You have nothing else to give them, and you guys can't be together, because there's nothing else that's left for you to give them. So men need to understand that there's much more to give in a relationship than just money. Because now the woman has the money. Oh yeah, what else?
What else? So that's what we are saying, that it starts from when you start training them. Yeah. From very little.
But many of them now, they've already gone through wrong training. So at this point, it's left for them to train themselves.
Yeah, so
it's left for them to retrain. I mean, we are seeing these things more. So it's now,
that's why we are
got to the point where men now have to start unlearning those things that they've learned, and then now understand that, okay, this is how this should be, not this way that I've. And people what people don't understand is it takes a lot of intentionality to unlearn things, because you've literally lived your whole life.
It's a normal thing to you.
This is how this should be. So if you want to unlearn it, it's not just coming on social media and shouting. You have to be intentional. So if you're a guy and you stay alone, part of being intentional would be you starting to cook by yourself. Not because, you have the money, you just be going to child deck. If you go to some men's house, you go sick pally of child deck. You go sick pally of child deck, like you see they lie, right? So part of being intentional is, okay, now I'm staying on my own. Let me start. If you don't know how to cook, go to social, like YouTube is there. Like,
from start to finish.
And if you say, okay, you don't even want to learn how to cook, there's so many other ways. If you eventually marry and you say, okay, you cannot cook, at least don't be vegetable in your house. There are many other things you can do to us. Because if we're being honest, I think it's just, like you mentioned, it's just being kind. There's so many things, and if it's just if the woman does not want to, open up and talk about it. And I think that's also one thing that our parents had a little bit
struggled
of
with,
because they never spoke, and many men just saw their moms.
They were okay. They told me they were okay. They didn't
my mom
complain.
did it.
She
My
liked
mom
it.
is strong and all of that. But no, your mom was not strong.
She didn't even like to do it.
I feel like if most men actually sit down and talk to their mothers, the cry that will come out of that conversation is going to be a lot. Because many women just managed, tolerated a lot of things, because ile oko, how they say it, ile eko ni, mama shikinin, and I'm like, people don't know what your mothers went through. Because if
they didn't love to do those things,
they didn't
love to do it.
They just did it because
let me share it.
And now we've now gotten to a generation where they are
more vocal. That
like,
no, I don't want to do it, and I don't want to do it.
I can't do this shit, and it's not a problem. Like, if they say they can't do it, if you can help. If you cannot help, then put structures in place that will help. Because there's no point where and all of you're not at the end of the day. This one part. At the end of the day, you people would stress your wife finish, then you now come and be saying you want to have sex. if you don't get her right, if you don't get her right, after someone is tired, she don't cook, she don't wash plates, she don't bath child, she don't do this, she don't
like,
do that. You now come here and be touching her and say you want to have sex.
No. So at the end of the day, that's where we go back to being kind.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's not all about even cooking. It's about just be there, seeing the person, seeing that, oh, this person is tired, seeing that, okay, what can I get for this person? Seeing that, I know somebody that is on his second marriage. The first marriage, he refused to assist in the house. He did not help her with anything. She was always complaining. He would wait for her to come and clean the house. He did not help her. The second marriage now is doing those things. And I always tell people that people will do the things they want to do.
Yeah.
You cannot force a man to do what he doesn't want to do. And that's why we must always have these conversations while dating. Because I'm wondering, what are people doing in dating and relationship? That you now marry and tell me that it's not helping you. In the relationship, was he helping you? That's how you know.
And I feel like people even see these signs, but
yes,
love is
was he helping you? Was he like he must not cook for you, but was he making life easier for you?
Yeah.
That's how you know. Not that
from just money. What else was he doing?
Yes, not that. He used to give me money. Okay, was he? Did he see you? Did he see the days you were tired? Did he try to make life easier? And now this person got a maid. This is somebody that could not help his wife. Now he got a maid. He didn't get a maid for the first one. So at the end of the day, I feel like we just need kinder men.
Yeah.
Men who are kind, men who see us, and men who genuinely care for us. It's not about the money now. That's why you see some women that have all the money. They are marrying people that do not have money. Why? Because that person sees them and cares for them. Yeah. And you that have all the money in the world and you think it's all about money. So this episode has been very enlightening for me because I just feel like, as the topic says, my husband must cook for me. Because I genuinely need that kind of care. Yeah. I do not want somebody that makes life miserable for me. Alone, I'm so okay. So what is your addition into my life? Like, what are you bringing into my life to make it easier and better? I'm doing same too. That's why I'm working on myself. I will not say I'm the best. There are things I'm working on myself right now because I want to be a better person for you.
Yeah.
You to come
correct.
Come healed, come correct. Don't come to me and I will start telling you, baby, you have to wash that plate. Baby, don't
like,
cook.
Why do I have to tell you?
Share your own way. Do not tell you that you need to wash the plate. It not tell you that you can prepare something for me. I'm coming back from a long trip. Honestly, my dad, they try. My mom works in Lagos and my family house in Ibadan. I remember when I was in secondary school, when my mom is coming back on Friday, special dish is waiting for her because he knows that a whole week working and you're coming and you are not coming to
come home. Now you go come.
You will not come and cook again. I just feel it's very painful. Even when I was in secondary school, my dad used to prepare food for us. Like you come back home and you meet food in there and it's prepared by my dad.
I remember when I went
just be lovely and
when
nice.
I was coming back from service and I got home. I served in Akwa Ibom and I was coming back from Akwa Ibom to Ibadan. And I got home and as I carry my load inside like this, my mom said, "Hey, Oya, look where amala."
We will not eat though. We will not eat.
Before
in my house, they know me. We will not eat though.
I'm like,
sorry, I cannot move my body.
I was hot on another dimension because I'm like, what? Like that's literally like 13, 14 hours journey.
No, we won't
and then
eat.
I'm coming back.
All of us should just
so imagine
we won't eat.
Imagine it like having that kind of partner where they cannot and I think it was Chimamanda that said this thing where she said some women also find it hard to ask for help from their husband because they feel like maybe I don't know
they're not doing enough
for man or something and I'm like and then she's like okay just
I need
assume
help,
she said just assume
and they shout for help.
It is a woman you are living with and that's a very perfect example because if you are living with a woman you are not going to tell yourself that you're going to be the one doing everything. Yeah. You're obviously going to want to ask for help. So why does it differ because it is a man? So if
you are young, why does it differ because it's a man?
Like if you need help and
please
men
ask for help and please be kinder men.
Do the needful. Like
thank you so much, Tomisin,
you're welcome
for this episode. Thank you so much. I've learned so much, and I feel like this conversation needs to be heard over and over again. It's not something of one day because. Please, we need to do better as men and women, even as a woman. If you have a man that likes cooking, that doesn't mean you will not cook for him too. Once in a while, you too, try to cook. Thank you so much for listening to this episode.
Thank you guys.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment.
And
What do
share.
you think? And share it to your friends, especially those your friends are very lazy, that don't like cooking. Especially the guys, those ones that used to say I cannot cook. Share it to them. Let them come and learn something. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Time Out with Praise, on Facebook, Time Out with Praise, on X, Twitter. Now X, how do they say it? Time Out with P, and on TikTok, Time Out with P. Thank you so much for listening to this. Thank you so much, Tomisin. Thank you so much. Bye.